How do we know which design projects to choose and which ones to say no thank you to? It can be so hard to know ahead of time if a project will be a good experience or a nightmare, right? So I've made the wrong choice so many times over my design career, and I talk about this all the time with other designers. It's really something that we all can struggle with from time to time. So one of the key things to remember with any potential client is that you should be interviewing or considering this client just as much as they are considering you, right? It's not just about meeting their needs and you getting paid to work with them. It's about having a mutually beneficial relationship, which takes into account things like work habits, communication preferences, personality, expectations around the quality of the work and the budget. So in case we haven't met yet, I'm Amy Farrell. Great to meet you. I'm a longtime graphic designer and design studio co-owner. And after 20 plus years of gathering experience in design and running my own business, I get to pass on the lessons I've learned to other graphic designers, creatives, and freelancers like you. So I really want to help you enjoy the design process more. I want you to get your valuable time back so you can have a life. And I want you to create lasting, profitable client relationships without losing your mind. I promise this is all possible. So when I spoke to a potential client the other day, I listened to what she was looking for. And then I also shared with her what makes a good working relationship for us in our design studio. So you will decide for yourself what your top things are, and I highly recommend that you communicate them to anyone you're considering working with. And of note, just remember these factors that are important to you now, they might change over time as you move through different chapters of your life and business. So different things will become more or less important to you as as time progresses. It's just the way it is. So I suggest you check in with yourself frequently and be honest about what it is you really need from a working relationship in order for it to be worth it for you. Okay? Because you matter just as much as the client. You matter. So my top 3 things, I'm just going to share these with you. So to give you a little context from me. Number 1, goals and objectives for the project are always number 1 for us. So we come up from a place of advisement and partnership with our clients. We take that very seriously. We want them to trust us to help them make the right decisions and to go toward the goals that are going to push them further in their business. So as a studio, our number 1 goal is to create a piece that really works for the client, meaning it communicates effectively the goals they tell us are important to them from the beginning. So this means we may need to question certain things along the way as the project develops. Like maybe we receive copy or images that don't quite feel like they're going to achieve these goals that we've all agreed we're shooting for. So we don't make changes willy-nilly or blindly. We question everything to ensure whatever we do upholds the goals of the project. So whatever we're creating can have a good chance of being successful. That's really what we're going for. So if you're a client who just wants someone to push buttons and churn out whatever you ask, we tell people, we may not be a good fit for that. No hard feelings, just that's how we work. So number 2, timelines cannot be rushed or last minute, and this one's pretty cut and dried. Now, when I was younger, before we had kids, I would agree to crazy rush deadlines all the time. So, but not anymore, guys. It doesn't work for me. Don't do it. I don't do it. So number 3, we don't compromise on quality. Okay, we have a standard for the quality of work we do in our design studio. We don't just throw things together or quickly knock something out just to call it done or to meet a low budget. When we've tried to do this in the past, we've been unhappy with the work and frustrated that we couldn't put more effort into it. Plus, it's really a struggle for us to put out work that's less than what we know we're capable of producing. Like, it feels really stifling. And I'm not saying this to sound high and mighty or fancy or anything. It's just the reality of how we work, okay? So sometimes clients have a very limited budget and a very defined idea of what they want, and that's perfectly fine. But if we honestly feel that we can't uphold our standard of work for that budget, we have to let them know that we may not be a good fit. So not every design needs to cost what a seasoned professional would charge, right? If a basic piece needs to be created, we might recommend they actually go visit a local sign shop and have it done because they'll get a good product for less than what we can do it for. And I will add, this is also one of those things that has changed for us over time. We used to take on every project, no matter how small or how, the amount, maybe it had a minimum amount of design effort that actually needed to go into it. But as we've gathered more and more experience in design expertise and hundreds, if not actually thousands of projects by now, we know which projects will be profitable for our business and which ones won't be. So I decided to create a document that walks us through, us meaning fellow designers, through the different factors to be considered when deciding whether or not to take on a project. And it includes some common red flags to be aware of, and it's an assessment that you can fill out. There's some questions it asks you. You fill in the numbers and you see where you stand, and if in your results you can read if this project is one that is likely to be a success for you, or if you should maybe pass on it. Okay, so if you'd like to have this document, I offer it free in my Facebook group called Designing Success. I'll drop the link here and you can join and grab it now. All right, have a wonderful day. Bye.